So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Hill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith, 27 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking deep for Hilton. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
From the red zone now, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander. That's a gain of 3. Brings up
these 2 teams all tied after 1.
It's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Saints 7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletion on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run with Taylor. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect?
Working out of the gun, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback. Better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you planned before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
But it brings up fourth down.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now, Breeze again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 33 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak, 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Throwing again. Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Ball carrier.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Rivers on first down. He's got Jack Doyle.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
180.
On second down, it's Hines, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Possession of the 3rd quarter and interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Colts' 32-yard line.
Here's Breeze to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Pass complete to Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Fighting Hilton on the sled. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing, Rivers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
1st and goal at the 9.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
56, Mike.
Here's Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Taylor is the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back now in Indianapolis.
23-yard line.
It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
He's checking.
They run it again with Kamara. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the play.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Number 28.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 30 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the Saints.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing here, Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen? EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing now is Breeze. And Cook has it left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
To throw is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. The last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze here finding Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Again, it's Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, 38 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts nothing. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first down throw here for Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. From the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Breeze. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. From across his body, it's intercepted. Picked up by Corey Willis. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try.
Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Saints 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Breeze now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Breeze again. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Taylor. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Rivers will find Taylor. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll bring him down at at the 13-yard line.
The Colts ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20.
Yeah, it's on.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. To try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Their own 42-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
41.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Justin Houston on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He's going to throw.
37-yard line.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Lining up for the point.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Rivers now to throw on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Blankenship's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit are very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Yeah, he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up first and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got Jack Doyle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
To throw is Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22
I
yards.
love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, it's Hines. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
22-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And the Colts are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll look to run with Taylor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Rigobert.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 64 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rivers now. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Rivers. Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Harris returning. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Breeze now. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I'm talking about offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys that got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls in 2nd down. The give to Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The first down throw here for Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
And the lead is down to 2.
Kick is good. Makes the score Saints 33, Colts 31. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. we've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. So that punctuates the comeback. They just came roaring from behind here in the 4th quarter to grab the lead.
And they decided, forget jabbing, forget setting them up. Just throw the haymaker, and let's get this thing done. And that's exactly what just happened.
Now they'll try to preserve that lead with a little time still on the... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 40.
There's some excitement. Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. And getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Throw the football today. Almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hill going to keep it on the option. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Hill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by 20 on 3rd and 1. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
27-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now Hill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Breeze. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle.
He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Craig Robertson in on the stop.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brees. And this is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 83 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Saints nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Breeze. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Breeze on the check down. He finds Kamara.
Breeze pass.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Breeze now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yeah, how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3 and out.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 38.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
29 yards. And the Saints first
on
down.
play action. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Breeze again. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's Alvin Kamara with a grab from Drew Brees. And the Saints are back within a score.
For the point after.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
34-yard line.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And Pascal's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
49-yard line.
Throwing, Rivers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check. Nickel.
From the gun, it's Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Quan Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover and maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
It's 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Shotgun now for Breeze. Buying time to his left. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And all the way down to the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Being chased out left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a line. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And goal to go.
Black 15! Hey, Delta!
They'll try to run with Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brees going to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brees now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go. You tighten up. Where's your...
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From midfield, here's Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 3rd down.
And 15.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Up 3rd down and 11.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been... And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready. 95, 56. 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Rivers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 45 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Blankenship out for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
New Orleans.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis. Yesterday's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Jenkins on the tackle.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze is for the 6. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 30 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Colts nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
For 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he'll be taken down right around the 27.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 73 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 4.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Breeze now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Hill going to try and run with it. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And it's held in by Jared Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Kill. 0-2. Hey, easy.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Ready. 95-56. Kill. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Play fake. Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Now Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Rivers.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll bring us all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. His first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that,
that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mark Yasin. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 33 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
The extra point.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He was
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
DeForest Buckner.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 34-yard line.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17. Will Lutz.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. 82 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Colts 24, Saints 17.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Corey Willis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They run the counter. It's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 41-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. As he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
At the Saints' 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 21. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Complete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And there's another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Return for a Colts TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. The guy's man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. On 1st down, Breeze. And the tight end pull. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Looks good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Demario Davis on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Craig Robertson. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
and this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here on the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Breeze now. He's going to let it fly. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's got to be.
There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Colts 59, Saints 24. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.